Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. Today's grade 10 algebraic expression. We're looking at the sixth variation of 7, finding products, but now we're dealing with difference and sum of cubes. So because this is taught in grade 10, we always test one problem, either on the difference or the sum of cubes. Right, and normally it's giveaway, it says 2 marks. Alright, so general theory for difference of cubes. If I give you ax plus b, give you a binomial, multiply by a trinomial, I can check that a times a is a squared, x times x is x squared. Ax times b gives me axb positive, there the middle term is negative abx, and b times b gives me p squared. So because abx minus abx cancels, I know that my final answer is simply a times a squared, which gives me a cubed, x times x squared, which gives me x cubed, b times b squared, which gives me p cubed. Because it's only two answers, therefore I said to you it's a 2-mark exam question. Can also change the sign. If I have ax minus b, can you see a times a gives me a squared, x times x gives me x squared. Right, ax times negative b gives me negative axb, middle I have plus axb. So they are additive inverses, so if I add them they would equal 0. The last point, negative times negative positive, b times b gives me b squared. Right, so again, we're just going to multiply in theory. A times a squared, a cubed, x times x squared, x cubed. Negative times positive is negative, and p times p squared gives me p cubed. If I look here at problem number 1, I have x minus 2, and in the second bracket I have x squared plus 2x plus 4. Right, so if I multiply out now, just to show you what happens, right, I can see there that x times x is x squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 would give me positive 4, and I can see there I have minus 2 times x is minus 2x, plus 2x, so I should know there should only be 2 terms as the final answer, but we're going to multiply it out to show it to you. So x times x squared, x times 2x, x times 4, no? Then negative 2 times everything in the second bracket. So x times x squared would give me x cubed, x times 2x would give me 2x squared, x times 4 would give me 4x. Negative 2 times x squared gives me negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times positive 2x would give me negative 4x. And negative 2 times positive 4 would then give me negative 8. Right, 2x squared minus 2x squared would cancel. 4x minus 4x would cancel, and I'm left with x cubed minus 8. So therefore, 2 marks for the final answer. Now you can solve it that long way for your 2 marks, or you should learn how to go from there straight to there. So if you know the theory, you can just write down the answer. So we multiply the first term, or x times minus 2 gives me minus 2x. Then we check the middle term in the second bracket, which is positive 2x. Then if the two are additive inverses, meaning minus 2x plus 2x would give me 0, I then know we're only multiplying the first term with the first term and the last term with the last term. Right, so there we just say x times x squared gives me x cubed, and then minus 2 times 4 gives me negative 8. And we have my answer. Alright, so let's practice some problems. Right, so we have 2x plus 3y, second bracket 4x squared minus 6xy plus 9y squared. So if I say 2x times 3y gives me 6xy, minus 6xy would give me 0, so therefore the two are additive inverse, so I can multiply first term with first term and last term with last term. But again, 2x times 4x squared minus 6y plus 9y squared, and then 3y times the same bracket. So 2 times 4 would give me 8, x times x squared, x cubed, 2 times negative 6, negative 12, x times x, x squared, y, 2 times 9 is 18, x, y squared. 3 times 4 would give me 12, y times x squared would give me x squared y. positive times negative is negative. 3 times 6 would give me 18. X stays x, and this y times that y there would give me y squared. Right? 9 times 3 would give me 27. Y squared times y would give me y cubed. Right? Now like terms cancel, leaving two terms. So if you look there, minus 12 plus 12 would cancel. 18 minus 18 cancel, so I'm left with 8x cubed plus 27y cubed. So I could have just said 2 times 4, 8. X times x squared, x cubed. 3 times 9, 27. Y times y squared, y cubed. Alright, let's look at the next problems. Right, so number 3, difference of cubes. I can see there 7 times 7 would give me 49. X times x, x squared. Negative 6 times negative 6 would give me positive 36. But the key thing I'm looking at, 7 times negative 6 gives me negative 42x. And I have plus 42x, so those two are additive inverses. And therefore, the middle term cancels, so therefore I multiply first term times first term, 7x times 49x squared, and last term times last term, negative 6 times positive 36. So 7 times 49 gives me 343, x times x squared, x cubed. Right? 6 times 36 would give me 216 negative. Right? We look at the fourth one there. 3p times 4p gives me 12pq. There I have minus 12pq. The two are additive inverses, so therefore they cancel. And if you want to go further, 3 times 3 is 9, p times p is p squared. 4 times 4 is 16, and q times q is q squared. Right, so if this is a square of that, and if that is a square of that, then yeah, generally it's difference or sum of cubes, right? So from there, 3p times 9p squared, positive times positive stays positive, 4q times 16q squared, right? So 3 times 9 is 27, p times p squared gives me p cubed, 4 times 16 would give me 64, and then q times q squared, q cubed. Right, so I hope you follow and you understand what I've done. Make sure you know it. It's a definite 2 marks. We will test at least one difference or sum of cubes. God bless. Bye.